It absolutely has to be hard. But like, there's a reason NDoc wasn't called selection. It was called indoctrination. And I remember talking to I think the last guy that ran NDoc, and he was like, it's an indoctrination course. Run the curriculum, guys. It's hard enough. We don't need to add, every once in a while, you're going to go off script a little bit because of the trainees. You have to flow with the trainees as they go through things and to make sure that they learn the lessons they're supposed to learn to be successful in their career, right? But there are limits to it. And then you'd find instructors that would just be like, they go ballistic right out the gate, way too hard. And it's like, no, man, you got to, I mean, I've talked about it. I've had this instructor, this conversation with my instructors at prep course. I'm like, I'm not saying we don't drop the students, guys, but I'm saying on day 2 of the preparatory course, do not jack their feet up on the wall for 15 minutes for a minor infraction. You know what I mean? Like, drop them down, let them learn the lesson. Now, obviously, if it's like week 6 of the prep course and they do something stupid,
yeah,
jack your feet up, right? Like, you guys know better. I know you know better. I've seen you do it the right way. But also in a way that's not going to totally, kill their progress towards the selection course, which is the goal, right? So that it's just, there's a lot of variables in the pipeline, but when you add more people, you just add more variables, y'all. And like, I'm a contractor. I get it. Contractors want more contracts. They want to solve problems. I think most of the contractors have like a really positive or they want to help, but it's not always the solution.
Yeah. And that's, I'm going to be careful about the way I say this. It's not a job making thing, or it shouldn't be. The contracting shouldn't be, well, we got to find our boys jobs upon retirement or separation.
We can just say it. The requirements for some of these contracts are you have to wear a beret for 6 years, which is a good idea, right? Because you don't want random dudes in there mentoring and training your guys. However, also think about that. It's a very small pool of people that you can, that can get jobs immediately after they get out that pay pretty well, and stay where they want to stay. And so like, it's hard not to imagine kind of like a conflict of interest when you have certain people about to get to retirement or looking towards retirement. Like, I'm going to go work for these guys as soon as I get out, or it's like, it is like your backup plan, right? To whatever it is that you want to do. So it gets a little bit messy. It's not like overtly, unethical, but it is a self-licking ice cream cone. To say it's not would be, you'd have to be blind to not see the connections there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And that's why I don't agree with the, well, we got to help the bros out. We should always help the bros out, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we help them out by creating additional contract positions and costing the taxpayers and the government more money.
Yeah. Well, and the contractors should be supplemental. They should never be the lead on anything. And this is one of the gripes that I've had, is when we have contractors actually like running instruction and being lead out in front of the students, they are supplemental, right? Like, I'm a contractor. I should be supplemental to everything. I shouldn't be leading out any efforts, which whatever. But like, that's how it should be. Like, you have to value and prioritize the development and growth of your NCOs and your senior NCOs that are on the ground there, that we took away from the career fields. Like, that is the focus. The focus should never be on the contractors or anything else like that. The focus isn't even necessarily on the students. If you focus in on the instructors, your active duty instructors, and this goes across the board for everybody, the student problem will take care of itself. You got to pour into the instructors. There's only so many points in the military where there's like a single chain link in between the entire Air Force and the future. And when you talk about like your instructors in the pipeline or your MTIs, like, we want to bypass that. And it could be like, well, what should we do for the students? Like, we care about the numbers and blah, blah, blah. And what we do is we just bypass, like, oh yeah, like the TIs will figure it out. Our cadre will figure it out. No matter what we dump on them, they're going to figure it out. And this happens across the Air Force, and I've seen it. And it's not just an SW thing. That's true. The NCOs, your E5s, E6s on the ground, E7s that are running all of the stuff, they figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how they should be figuring it out.